If you ever get texted a set of 6 rules, do not follow them. Follow these 6 rules, and you'll be safe. At first, I thought it was a prank. One of my friends trying to mess with me, maybe. I opened the message expecting a punchline, but what I found was a list. Just 6 short rules, but something about them felt off, like they weren't supposed to be on my phone. 1. Lock all your doors and windows. Do not look outside, no matter what you hear. 2. At 11:11 p.m., you must turn off all lights for exactly 11 minutes. 3. If the phone rings between 11:15 and 11:30, do not answer it. Let it ring. 4. Do not fall asleep before midnight. Stay awake no matter what. It'll cost you your life. 5. If you see a man standing outside, ignore him. He isn't real. Final rule. Under no circumstances should you leave your house until the sun rises. I stared at the list for a long minute, trying to figure out who would send something like this. It felt like one of those weird chain emails from the early 2000s. Follow these instructions, and you'll be safe from some ridiculous curse. Except this felt different. Too specific. Too direct. I texted back, "Who is this?" The response was immediate. "Follow the rules. You'll be safe." I set my phone down, feeling a little creeped out, but also still assuming it was some elaborate prank. I even called a few of my friends, but none of them admitted to it. Most of them just laughed it off, saying I was being paranoid. It wasn't until later that night, when I glanced at the clock and saw it was 10:45, that the dread really set in. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The message had wormed its way into my brain, and no matter how much I tried to dismiss it, I couldn't stop thinking about the rules. 11 p.m. hit, and the first rule popped into my mind. Lock all your doors and windows. It was probably nothing, I told myself. But then I thought, what would it hurt? Just to make sure. So I went around the house, double-checking the locks on the doors and windows, feeling more and more anxious with each click. My house was small, so it didn't take long, but the longer I walked through the rooms, the more paranoid I became. I tried looking out the window, but quickly remembered the first rule. Don't look outside. The air felt heavy. Wrong. My stomach twisted into knots, and I couldn't explain why. Then, 11:11 p.m. came. Turn off all the lights. I hesitated, staring at the lamps around my living room, the warm glow of the TV screen casting long shadows. The thought of turning everything off for 11 minutes made my skin crawl, but at the same time, I didn't want to ignore the rules. I hit the switches. The darkness swallowed the room, and the only sound was my own breathing. The seconds seemed to drag on for eternity. I sat on the couch, phone in hand, staring at the blank screen, waiting for 11:22. Waiting for something, anything, to happen. Every creak of the house made my heart race. Every distant noise felt like it was getting closer. When I finally turned the lights back on, I let out a shaky breath, relieved nothing had happened. But then the phone rang. It was 11:16. I stared at the screen, my heart pounding in my ears. The caller ID showed unknown number, and the sound of the ringing filled the room, almost deafening. I knew the third rule, do not answer. But every instinct screamed at me to pick it up, just to see who it was, to end the horrible ringing. My hand hovered over the phone, but something held me back. Let it ring. The phone rang once, twice, 8 times, each ring making my chest tighten. Finally, after what felt like forever, it stopped. Silence, but not the peaceful kind. This was the kind of silence that feels like it's waiting for something to happen. I sat there frozen, wondering if I had just dodged something awful by following the rules. The clock hit 11:30, and I started feeling the weight of exhaustion settle in. Rule 4, don't fall asleep before midnight. I got up, pacing the room, trying to keep myself awake. The house felt different now, like the air was thicker, harder to breathe. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to know what would happen if I broke any of the rules, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. What was all this for? Why me? Midnight was only 30 minutes away, but my eyelids felt heavy, and I found myself sitting on the couch, fighting to stay awake. That's when I saw him. Standing just beyond the window, barely visible in the dim glow of the streetlight, was a man. He was tall, almost unnaturally so, with a wide-brimmed hat and a long coat. His face was hidden in shadow, but I could feel his gaze on me. If you see a man standing outside, ignore him. He isn't real. I froze. Every muscle in my body screamed at me to run, to scream, to call someone, anyone. But I knew I couldn't break the rules. I stared straight ahead, refusing to look directly at him, even as I felt his presence growing stronger, felt him watching me. I could hear a faint tapping on the glass.